Ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
Excuse me, I have to tell you this. You are the most beautiful woman in the world.
Most beautiful woman in the world.
Look
How
at this
would
woman.
you know? This guy doesn't even have a passport. I have a passport, and I know when I see the most beautiful woman in the world. And you ain't it. Excuse me.
Asshole.
What a dick.
This ugly ass.
I'm getting a passport soon.
I love your app.
Download the Passport Bros app.
Well, y'all know what it is. Download the app.
Y'all need to join that Passport Bros app.
Download now in the App Store and Google Play.
All right, we are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man BMT, and I got my featured guest here today, return guest, Flight Madness, Danny Dixon in the building. What's good with you, man?
Hey man, it's a pretty good night, man. What's today? Today's like a Tuesday. It's Tuesday night over here in China. I don't even know what day it is, man.
Right, yeah. I think it's 12 hours ahead, like damn near half day ahead out there in China, man. We discussed that in our last show too. If you guys haven't seen it, we had a legendary last show doing some pros and cons between South America and Asia. So guys, make sure to check out that last stream that we did. Very good, informative stream. If you're trying to figure out if you want to live in Asia or somewhere in South America. So definitely check out that stream, man. But today we got another topic, and this is a big topic amongst the Passport Bro community. It's consistently discussed in the Passport Bros Facebook group. This is one of the things that always comes up. Do Passport Bros, or in general, do men need game to get or attract women, foreign women abroad, basically? Do men need game? So we'll just start off with that right there. What's your opinion on that, Danny?
Okay, so it's really interesting to me. Like, there was a thread I saw in the Passport Bros group. Actually, maybe I'll pull it up later and I'll send you screenshots of it. But basically, somebody who is fairly popular in the travel niche was getting criticized for trying to sell dating coach advice after they had kind of said at the beginning of their travel journey that, hey, like, you don't need game for foreign women. Then they kind of switched up on them and like, hey, now they're trying to sell dating services. So that person was getting criticized in like in a post, and there were guys in the comment section. I think you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, there are guys in the comment section.
It's cool. It's awesome. I'm talking about Austin, right? Like,
yeah. Like,
me and Austin cool, so we can,
Yeah, yeah. Basically, so someone had made like a really long live stream about Austin selling dating services after
Mhm.
apparently, like, he said all this stuff about American women and how foreign women are kind of, better. You don't need game for them. Now he's kind of switching it up and trying to act like a dating coach. And I understand. I understand. So actually, my opinion about this, I'll talk about it a little later. But it's interesting in the comment section. There's so many guys who are talking about you don't need game for foreign women. You just show up and like they look at you and they make their decision right there. Like a lot of guys have that opinion, right? Like they have that opinion that you just show up and there's really nothing you can do. You just like you basically the woman makes her decision as soon as she looks at you, and you don't really have any power to influence her. Like that seemed like the majority of people in the comment section what they were saying. And I greatly disagree with that, man. I think we have a lot of power to influence what people think of us, especially what women think about us. And if you're just letting the woman, I disagree with this guy. You just Ash L, man, we're gonna have a disagreement, man. So you might want to mic up if you have that real opinion. Maybe you can join the live stream. But I
No,
think
no, he wasn't. He wasn't disagreeing with you. He's actually saying, if you buy a course, you game goofy.
I mean, but here's the thing though, knowledge, like, what's the thing the pimps say? Like the game is to be sold, not to be told, right? So it's like, if you want like the real stuff, like the real game, like you want to know how to like, really work the magic with women, you might need to pay to learn from a teacher. I don't have anything against paying for knowledge if it's like real expert advice. I don't have any issue like, paying for game. Like I think you'll probably get higher quality stuff than if you try to get it for free, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me catch some of these comments. I'm gonna shout out to my man Roland Travels in the building. I don't know if I caught that. Also, Kirby Films is in the building. What up, BMT? Summer is about to stay. It's about to start. Stay down and download the app. We got Incognito, Clown Ass Austin. All right, shout out to my man Austin. Ash L says anyone that buys a course on game is a goofy. All right. TF says you don't need game to get them, but you definitely need game to keep them. Okay. TF makes a good, solid point. All right. I feel that. Ash L says learn how to speak the language and learn how to have a conversation. That's it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, especially if, you're in South America somewhere where they don't speak English. Of course, you got to communicate. Even if she speaks English, I still suggest learning the native language. All right. And there's no such thing as game. Well, that's a relative term if you want to say game or swag or whatever. It's a relative term. Ikainu says you aren't a pimp, though. Okay, I don't know who you refer to as a pimp. I never.
He's talking to me. He's talking to me because I said the game is to be sold, not to be told. So he's like, that's a pimp phrase.
I mean, like I say, this is it's so relative to exactly what the definition of game is. I would think game. I guess we need to define game right now. We got to define game to really make it, because people may be confusing game with swag or acknowledgement of being able to communicate with the other sex. That might be game, So we got to define the two definitions of game, first of all, before we see if it's needed or not needed overseas. What up, J-Star? Okay, hold on. We got a definition right here by game. Ash L says, game means you have to convince the chick to talk to you. If you have to do that, she don't like you. What do you think about that, Danny?
I disagree with it because, like, there are lots of reasons that, like, the woman you talk to the first time, she might not be, like, 100% into you. Or she might, first of all, women are emotional, so like they do stuff all the time that doesn't make any logical sense. Like there are women out there like who will reject a guy who's like on paper has everything that she says she wants, but she'll reject him because maybe she's just in a bad mood that day or something. So really having game means that you can kind of navigate the emotional experience for women and you can kind of present your best self in a way that makes her want to get on your program. And I think if you just take stuff at face value, like, okay, like the woman, she doesn't want to talk to me right now, so I guess I'm never going to be able to get her because, like, I think we've all had that experience where the first time we talked to a woman, maybe she didn't like us for some reason. Then, like, the second time we talked to her, You know, she's basically throwing herself at us. That's happened to me a bunch of times. Like the first time I talked to a woman, she wasn't super keen to me. Like she wasn't really super interested. But then like for some reason, like later on, she changed her mind. So you know, if you just like accept a woman's rejection, you're kind of just quitting maybe too soon.
Okay. Let me catch some of these comments here. We got a lot of good comments. Madapi Lolo. All right. The old man is the emoji. Depends on the type of woman you are pursuing. It has already been proven you can have sex and not even have the ability to communicate to each other. Sex versus long-term relationship. All right. My man, the Jet Setter Journalist. I like that name, bro. That's a dope YouTube name right there. The Jet Setter Journalist. That's cool. You better have a dope YouTube channel with that type of name, bro. He says conversation goes a long way with women. Conversation definitely rules the nation. It does, and I guess you would say conversating is a form of game, keeping them entertained, making them feel good. That definitely, because I've seen guys, you know, been around enough guys to know how dudes can talk themselves out of the woman's good graces, if you know what I mean. They can talk themselves. I've seen it. Even some of your bigger YouTubers that you would think had a good knowledge of game because they might be good on the look side, you know what I'm saying? But being around them and seeing how they communicate with women, you just be like, oh, this dude don't got it. This dude, you know, he's gonna talk himself out of it. And one of the things I will say, and I'm not getting on my younger cats, you know, but for older guys that grew up without social media and dating apps, we was used to, you know, we had to get good at cold approaching women, right? You had to walk up to a woman and strike up a conversation. And a lot of times in our community, especially my guys in the Black community, you had to be kind of sharp. You had to have somewhat of a mouthpiece. So I think it's a little bit of a drop off from, you know, let's say guys around my generation or a little younger, let me say the 80s babies and maybe early 90s babies, to the guys now who are in their early 20s who are kind of never have cold approach and never really. So I would say that's kind of like game to a certain degree. Now the question arises, do you need to be super sharp and have some forms of game for foreign women? And I would say that depends on the country that you're trying to talk to women in, because there's some major differences depending on what country you're at.
Yeah,
Life
definitely
says that there's no such thing as game. Is that my man Currency? You know, Currency, Jet Life. Okay.
Aaron, I just sent you a screenshot, either through WhatsApp or Facebook of like the thread in the Passport Bros group. So you could probably look at the screenshot and just search for the title, and you'll be able to pull up the thread so we can look at the comments the guys left. I sent it to you through WhatsApp and Facebook.
Okay, I got it. Okay, no, that's not it. You talking about the screenshot from Andre?
Yeah, so you can. I took a screenshot of it, and you can just search that in the Passport Bros group. Maybe I can just actually send it to you.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on,
Okay.
Let me pull it up, and I'm gonna get you super chats in a moment, family. Give me 1 second. This one right here.
Yeah. Are you able to pull up the comments?
No, I'm not able to pull up the comments. So hold on, let me try this Facebook one.
I just messaged you the link so you can like pull it up on the Facebook group, like the Facebook link. Hopefully it'll take you right to it.
All right. Let me see here. Damn, who else texting me? Oh, that's you. Okay, boom. There we go. So that post got comments. Somebody said it's simple. A woman either likes you or she doesn't. All this dating advice is bullshit.
Nah, man.
I've seen some of his interactions with women, and I've seen some of his interactions with women, and I can see why he struggled with dating in the States. Man, you know, I can, you know, I've been around Austin too, you know. All right. I can't say I agree or disagree with that statement. Like I said before, man, I'm telling you guys, if you were an older guy and you grew up in the 90s, in the R&B era, all right, you grew up, early 2000s or whatever. Most of the guys know how to communicate, be around, entertain women. Like I'm telling you guys, it's a generational thing. All right. So some of these younger guys do need some type of, I hate to keep saying game, but they might need that, bro. They didn't have the conversations with their uncles like we had. That's what I'm trying to say.
My perspective on this is that, okay, like, so for example, like I'm in a nightclub, right? Like I usually go out to a nightclub. Look, I know a lot of guys have a strong negative opinion about meeting women in a nightclub, but I think y'all have some kind of negative bias against the nightclub. I think the nightclub is a perfectly fine way to meet quality women. But the point is that in a nightclub, you're in an environment where you're competing against guys who are like taller than you, more handsome than you, richer than you. All those guys are in the nightclub. So if you don't have game and you're trying to talk to a woman and there's a guy standing a few feet away from you who's like way better looking than you and probably, he's like, he got the woman's attention, you're going to need game if you want to get that woman's attention, because she's going to be looking at the guy who's like a lot better looking than you. And trust me, I'm not the most handsome guy in the nightclub a lot of the time. There's a lot of guys who are a lot more attractive than me. But the reason a woman might leave the nightclub with me is because I know how to move her emotionally in a way that that guy who's like taller and more handsome than me, he might not know how to move her emotionally. But she's leaving the club with me because I know how to push those buttons the right way. So I don't know what those guys are talking about. Like, there's no such thing as game. Like, game is persuasion. Game is like putting the woman, like letting her know that if she gets on your program, it's going to be good for her. Like, why would she want to leave the club with you when she could leave the club with a guy who's way better looking than you, or taller and more handsome? It's like,
Daddy, you broken out on my side, bro. You might want to come back in. You broken out. This time it ain't my internet. I think it's yours.
okay, I'll go ahead and leave.
Yeah, I think you freezing out. Meanwhile, let me catch these super chats real quick. Shout out to Rob the Illusion. Rob the Illusion, $2 super chat. Says, hey, BMT, I just wanted to show you my appreciation. I really appreciate that, my man. Thank you for that. $2 super chat. Buck Travel. Man, there's so many Buck Travels. I don't know if you're the enemy Buck Travel or what, but he says game means manipulation. Ed Travel. Shout out to my man Ed Travels in the building, man. Where you been at, bro? Says, salute BMT in the chat, man. Shout out to my man Ed Travels in the building. All right. Jet Life says, I want me to like you or she doesn't. It's literally that simple. It's never that simple, my man. It's never that simple. All right. Ignanito says, the passport sector getting taken over by the dating coaches. PUA guys is wild. Yeah, they trying to make their little comeback. They trying to ease in. They're trying to ease in. They're trying to ease back into the space, the male space, basically. All right, let me get a super chat. Ash L says that means she likes you more after talking to her. That's not game. Okay. Ash L, if you want to pull up, my man, you're welcome to pull up. All right. All right, you good, Danny?
Yeah, I should be good. I think I'm good.
Okay. Let me catch the super chats real quick and we'll get right back to it. D-May, shout out my man D-May, man, the Hooper with the $4.99 super chat. I really appreciate it. It says, what's good, BMT? Game isn't needed overseas, bro. I agree. And you can't check me on the court. All right. You know what I'm saying? I can check you, bro. I'm telling you, I can check you on that court. But we'll talk. I'll be back out there soon to D you on up. No diddy. All right. Shout out my man HM2 Fly. The game you need overseas is the damn language. Facts, bro. That's facts. That's facts. All right. That's facts. Okay. But remember, family, we're talking about is relative to what country that you in, because in some cases the language might not be the barrier. You guys are talking about South America, like Brazil and Colombia. Yes, you need Portuguese in Brazil. You need Spanish in Colombia and the DR for sure. But in some cases, you might not need that. L5 Super Chat says, so are we now pushing game to Passport Bros after a while, 3 years of arguing with game dudes? I guess that's to you, Flight Madness. Are you trying to push game, bro?
I mean, I've always said game is important. I've never been one of those types of guys who's like, because what are these guys saying? Like, I see these comments here, like, okay, she either likes you or she doesn't. What does that mean? Like, why does she like you? Like, what are you saying? Like, can you guys like logically explain to me what is actually going on? So, like, when you go talk to a woman, what do you guys think is happening? I think the guys who are saying this are guys who just don't understand kind of female psychology. It's
Yeah,
like they,
I don't know why, bro, but you Borging. You Borging big time. I have no idea. It might. I'm not sure if it's my net or yours. You Borging.
are your words ping pong or Call of Duty? What's this guy? I saw some comment. I don't know. I saw someone said my sound was fine. So maybe it's could be on your side. Mine's pretty clear, but we'll see if people comment that they can't hear my sound. But basically, guys.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know if my man Fight Matters is Borging out, guys, because he's Borging out on my side. But in the meantime, let me catch some of these comments. Black Mind, shout out my man Black Mind. He's also on the app. I'm gonna email you today, by the way, Black Mind. He says women have game. We approach them to convince them to let us take care of them, and they usually decline, and we keep trying. This means they have the ultimate game, and we're just okay. We got my man Dunn, the coach in the building. Game is just another form of understanding your target demographic and how to market to them. Never hurts to understand the game.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, this guy got it.
Okay, you good now. You good, bro. You want to finish your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. It's like, okay, like when you approach a woman, guys, it's like, so for you guys who are saying that the woman just likes you or she doesn't, I guarantee you the taller and more handsome you are, the more women who are just going to naturally like you. The reason you need game is like one of the reasons you need game is because maybe you're not the woman's physical type. BMT told me a story of one of his family members who like he's maybe not a woman's physical type, but he knows how to talk. He knows how to make them laugh. He knows how to push those emotional buttons. So even though he might not be the tallest, most handsome guy in the room, he's able to get women. So for you guys out there who are saying that you just show up and the woman just decides if she likes you or not, what she's doing is she's looking at your appearance and she's deciding if you are her type physically. But, you know, you don't need to be a woman's type physically to get her. Like it helps, but you don't need that. And one of the benefits of game is that it helps you get women that you normally wouldn't be able to get just based off your appearance. So having game can allow you access to a larger number of women, even though you're not their perfect physical type. But I guarantee you guys, like, unless you're like really good looking, man, like I don't think you should play that game of like, I'm just gonna like sit back and let the women come to me. Like I've only seen that work for guys who are really good looking. And even guys I know who are like really good looking, they still gotta put in a little bit of work for the woman. Like the woman's not gonna make it easy for you just because she thinks you're a hot guy. So for you know, like women have all kind of reasons why they wouldn't hook up with you or why they might not trust you or whatever. Like, you know, maybe she thinks you're a playboy. Maybe she just got hurt by another guy. So a woman might put up some obstacles to you, and you kind of got to know how to navigate those obstacles sometimes, you know. And it's not just older women. It's not just older, damaged women who have like got their heart broken or something. Sometimes it's like a younger woman, just, you know, she might have some kind of distrust towards men. It's like you might have to navigate that if you're trying to get that girl. So it helps to have game in a lot of situations.
Okay. Shout out to my man Jay Charlotte says there is a such thing as game. It's called having a plan to sway women into becoming interested in you enough to get her full attention, then navigate from there. Other than that, just I guess P for P. All right. Ash L says stop using pimp language and just say learn how to talk. Pull up, Ash L. Pull up, man. You got some strong things to say about this, I see. If you can, if you're available. Jet Light says quality women in a nightclub. Remember, guys, it's all relative to where you are. All right. So yeah, of course, in the States, I don't suggest trying to pull women out of America.
I pulled versions from the nightclub, guys. I don't know where you guys are like saying that all women in the nightclubs are damaged. Like I pulled one Russian girl. She's like looks Asian. She was actually 26. So she's 26 years old, never been touched by a guy. I met her at the nightclub. She was a university student in my city in China. And basically, I'm telling you guys that you can get quality women from the nightclub. Like, I don't know where y'all getting this mindset from that like only bad women go to the nightclub. Like, I meet hot women all the time who are like high quality from the nightclub. It's not like I don't know. Maybe you guys want some kind of like traditional like church girls or something who never go outside and who don't even have never spoken to another man before. I think some of y'all want that, and y'all are just like taking it to the extreme and saying all women who go to the nightclubs are bad or something. But young women, like if she's like a young girl, she wants to go out and party with her friends sometime. Maybe she wants to go out and dance with her friends sometime. So saying that all women who go to the nightclubs are low quality or that they're bad, I think that's just silly. I think that's like a very old, like incorrect mindset. Like, what generation are you guys living in?
Somebody said BMT. Yeah, I guess this is my internet. Shout out to my man, the Flyboy builder. Congratulations to Flyboy Way as well. He just hit 100K. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. He says, I think this younger generations believe game is what we consider back in the day personality. A woman is with you because of your personality and or what you can provide financially. Okay, Flyboy Way came in with a left hook. All right, that's a good point. That's a good point, Flyboy. That's a good point. All
right. One note on the financial thing, guys. I'm gonna say it really depends on the country, guys. So, for example, in a country like Korea, Japan, Korea, China. So these countries are relatively rich. So a woman doesn't really need your money as much as maybe a poorer country, a woman from a poorer country. So in terms of finance, I think that applies for like when you're going for like older women who are looking to get married, or maybe you're dating a woman from a country who just really she needs money. But like a lot of younger women, like they care more about having a guy that can like make them feel emotions. Having money is great, but like I don't think there are lots of broke guys out there who are slaying lots of chicks, man. So I don't know where you guys are getting this idea that you need to have money to get women, because I can tell you I've had some pretty broke days in my life, and I still was getting hot chicks.
All right, shout out to my man Ed Travels. He says, "What hard to understand?" Or BMT, what's hard to understand about being yourself? Why try and convince a woman that you're worthy of her time and attention? It's a simple concept. Shout out to my man Ed Travels. We got, bro. We light up a little show today, bro. I see these guys is heavy on it. If you have the very good looks, then no game needed, or have money and attract money girls. Little to no game is needed, or have status in the community or celebrity, or be a sports star. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with a lot of what he said. He summarized it pretty good. Like, if you have good looks can take you pretty far with certain types of women. And like, basically, as long as you don't talk too much, you can get access to it. But like for you guys out there who are saying like, unless you're like really good looking guys, I need to see those receipts, guys. Cause like you guys who are talking about you don't need game, you just show up and the woman just decides whether she likes you. I doubt that you're gonna get like the most beautiful woman in the club with that kind of method, unless you're like the only guy in the nightclub, or unless like you're like really good looking. I really doubt the guys who are saying that are getting high quality women. Like, oh, just show up and the woman will make her own decision about whether she likes you or not. Like, that doesn't work for ugly guys. That doesn't work for ugly guys, man.
I'm gonna break something down in these super chats, because I see, as you can tell, the chat is very segmented on looks, money, game, swag. And the reasons behind that is because every guy pulls in his own little way, right? Mm. Every guy attracts women in his own way. Like, you got a guy that can walk in a room, 6'3", 6'4", whatever, and women will be attracted to him right away. As long as he don't make them feel like shit or talk his way out of it, he's got it, right? We all know you got that guy. But you also have this guy that might be 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", might even have a belly on him, that what he says to make that woman feel a certain way, to laugh, giggle, you know what I'm saying, whatever, to manage her emotions, she'll go home with him too. So it's different ways, and everybody's speaking on their own unique way. Like everybody is thinking on, hey, I just go in there and get look, bro. I'm telling you, these women are sleeping around. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. The guy you think, oh, he'll never pull her. Guess what? He pulled her, right? Because he pulled her with his swag, his game. All right. All right. So let me catch some of these. Got my man Black Man Travels in the building. Shout out to Black Man Travels. Says you don't need game while overseas. Just become the best version of yourself and socialize. You're right. You're absolutely right.
What does that mean though? Like be the best version of yourself. Like the best version of yourself is the kind of guy who knows how to communicate with women in a way that they can that moves them emotionally. And that's game. So what are these guys defining as game? Is like for me, like game is like I know how to talk to the way I talk to a woman is gonna be different than the way I talk to you guys. Okay. So that's a level of game right there. Like knowing that the way men and women talk to each other is different. That's game to a certain extent. And being able to communicate in a way the woman can understand, that's game. So when you guys say you don't need game, I need to really see some receipts about what you're getting, because I really doubt, you got to game to get the woman, game to keep the woman. Because it's pretty, just because you got the woman doesn't mean you're going to be able to have a happy relationship with her, guys. Relationships crash and burn all the time. So you need game to get the woman and game to keep at least game to keep the woman, I think, if you're dealing with a beautiful woman, because yeah.
You know what? It's starting to seem like there's not any right or wrong answer, because Black Man Travels isn't wrong. That's what I'm saying. He's saying be the best version of yourself, work out, get your bag right. And overseas, there's so many options, especially in South America and in the Caribbean, that just being by a stand-up dude, being in shape, you will attract the type of woman that you want. So in essence, no game is needed. So I see what he's saying, but I see what you're saying as well. All right. Ikanu says a woman's not going to put obstacles against you if she likes you and or is feeling you. All right, I got my man Ash L once again with a $5 super chat. Really appreciate that, my man. So you're wasting your time trying to convince a chick when you can focus on the chick that likes you. Sound like a zero-sum game to me. Once again, I agree. Now, Danny, what you say about that?
Look, man, so a woman that likes you, why does she like you? Here's the thing, guys. A lot of guys disagree with me, but the fact is that in a lot of countries, there is objective beauty. And if the hottest girl walks into the room, most guys in the room are going to agree, okay, that girl is the hottest girl in the room. She's objectively attractive, super attractive. And those types of women have so many options that you're not going to be able to, people who have tons of options, they're going to be more demanding and more picky. So you're going to have to kind of probably put in some work if you want to get in the kind of Leonardo DiCaprio quality women, the types of women that Leo are pulling. You think you're just going to stand there and the woman, she's going to come approach you. If you were a beautiful woman, you wouldn't do that. Think about it. These women, these really beautiful women, they got guys who are millionaires and super rich guys in their phone, offering to marry them, offering to take them out for whatever, give them whatever they want. And you think you're just going to stand there and the woman's just going to automatically like you because you're so special? You got to be for me, I put in the work for what I want. So I'm not going to just, and you guys talking about looks, right? All right. You want to know about my looks? Okay. I'm 6'1". I work out a lot. I do get a lot of attention when I walk around. And even even with that, I still put in work to get the top quality women. I don't just stand there and let she's looking at me. So she's looking at me. She likes how I look. I'm going to go for that woman rather than going for the woman that I really want. Because there are lots of women who look at me, but the women who look at me and make it easy for me, those aren't necessarily the highest quality women. I do have lots of access to women who aren't super high, they're decent, but the high quality women, usually I got to put in a little bit of work for them. So I definitely don't depend on my looks to get what I want.
All right, shout out to CC says clubs in Asia are different. All right. Black Man Travels comes in the building and says dudes are lazy and working on themselves. No need game while traveling overseas. All right. They own you, man. They own you. Ed Travels with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate that once again. Ed Travels. We gotta do a show soon too, man. But I don't be wanting to expose our little secret hideout spot, you know what I mean? Out there in beautiful Asia. Ed Travels says if she isn't feeling, then keep it moving. Why do I have to play games to get a woman who is obviously not interested in me?
I mean, you got to get more detail, guys. So, like, why is she not feeling you? Like, at what point in the interaction is she not feeling you? And it's like, like this guy's saying, like, okay, Black Man Travel is saying you don't need game.
He
Like,
said all his play dudes say you need to have game. So he throwing some shots in it.
But what makes a person corny though? Like, what makes a person corny? That make like, because they aren't able to like present themselves in a way that women find attractive. So like, what is the corny guy? A woman knows in 5 minutes whether she. No, she doesn't, man. No, bro. Women do stuff all the time that doesn't make any sense. Like women do stuff all the time. Like they sabotage their relationships. Like the woman's in a bad mood today because of like her period or something, and like she says something crazy. She does something. She's in a bad mood. Women do stuff all the time that doesn't make any sense. And like, being able to navigate that stuff. I'm not just gonna lay down, and give up. Like if the woman puts up a little resistance, like. Of course, a beautiful woman, she has to put up some resistance, guys. Because, like, if a beautiful woman, she gets approached by so many different guys, she gets hit up by so many different guys, she's going to make it a little bit difficult for you. Like, she's not going to make it super easy for you to get in there. But, yeah, like, Black Man Travel said, you don't need game sometimes, but you do need game a lot of times. So, like, you can get women without game. So, like, you can get women, but they might not be the highest quality women, guys. So I think he needs to add that caveat to what he's saying. Like Black Man Travels is saying, like, you don't need game to get women overseas. That's true. You can get women overseas without game. Now, are those women going to be attractive? Are those women going to be the type of women that I want to get with? Probably not. I've seen the receipts of a lot of you guys, and I've seen the women y'all be posting, the women y'all boost up, and I can say 100%. I can say 100%. Like a lot of you guys, maybe y'all aren't used to like living overseas and having these kind of options. Maybe y'all still got that kind of American standards. Because I be seeing the women y'all posting, man. I think y'all. I've been living overseas 10 years, guys, so my standards are pretty high when it comes to Asian women, when it comes to foreign women. I'm not easily impressed.
Talking about specifically in Asia, bro, because the dudes that be showing receipts in the group from South America, they pretty soft. So are you speaking specifically about the guys that are dating in Asia?
I mean, I've seen some pretty, some pretty nasty receipts from guys over the years. Like I've seen guys like they get roasted when they post their women. I've seen some guys get roasted when they post their women. But I will say, like for me, the types of women that I go for, like I'm pretty picky when it comes to women at this point. Like if I'm gonna be like making a girl my girlfriend, she needs to be like top quality. So I'm not easily impressed, man. I'm not easily impressed by it.
Black Man Travels, if you're available, man, pull up, man. Black Man Travels says, no young dude can tell me ish in getting women. Focus on self-improvement, learn new social skills, and take risks in the dating field. Shoot your shot.
Social skills is game, man. Socials, like that's what we're talking about. You're talking about learning social skills. Game is a part of social skills, man.
And Travels said, bros, we lead with looks and money. Well, how do you not lead with looks, Ed Travels, then complain that they got played by women? Okay. Dated top-tier quality women and never use quote-unquote game.
I got to see those receipts, bro.
My arch enemy is in the building. Nat Measy. Black Man Travels is a whole fat self-improvement. Nat, I'm a little disappointed, man. I don't know if you want to pull up not on this show, but maybe later when you got time, man. What happened with the fight, bro? You got everybody excited about the damn fight, but we'll talk about that later on, though. That's a different story. But goddamn, that easy. We wanted to see that. All right, shout out to my man Poppy Nomad in the building with $10 says you cannot be hating on game and be mongering in Patias and Sua, Medellin, Cartagena all the time. Shout out to my man Poppy Nomad. He makes a pretty valid point. And one thing I will say about the guys that I think is a difference. Personally, I always say it's a difference in guys that do the mongering hardcore and really can't attract women, and the guys who just overseas for a short amount of time and just want to have fun. All right, they might be married, they might be in a relationship, or they might have, they might be able to pull women anywhere in the world. So I think it's a little bit of a difference, and you got to be careful with that because what I noticed in this space, not to get too detailed, because some of the stuff needs to be saved for the app and Patreons type shit. But I will say you don't want to associate with guys that can't attract regular women because they will hate on you when you start pulling. When you say, you know what, I'm going to Columbia, I'm not going to do the pay for play thing. I'm just going to. Those guys will hate and be very upset with you. Trust me, they'll be very upset with you. So be careful on who you decide to hang around. Black Man Travel says self-improvement is not game. Hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and drop a link. If guys want to pull up, you're welcome to pull up. Because somebody got a lot of smoke. I'm kind of in the middle. I say it's no right or wrong answer here. All right. I think you need a little bit of both personally. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I have a family member who's about 5'5", all right, 5'6". Now, don't get me wrong. He takes care of himself. You know, he knows how to dress and all that. He's very clean cut. But I would put him up against any 6-footer any goddamn day of the week. All right. My cat he got like 12, 13 goddamn kids, beautiful baby mamas all throughout Atlanta and shit. So I know that he has game. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to make women laugh, and that's where he opens his door in. So you can't tell me that, guys who got some form of game can't attract the same women that the guy 6'2", 6'3" has. Even the guys who got money and who have their stuff together. So it is relevant, guys, because it's all about my opinion from what my experiences are. It's about how you make a woman feel personally. No matter what, at the end of the day, you can be. I've seen guys who walk in a room and pull women like it's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when they open their mouth, they run them off. And I've seen guys that walk in a room and women don't pay them no mind, get them dudes 30, 45 minutes, and them girls are leaving with them. So it's all relative. But we're speaking about overseas in particular. So there's some different levels of it overseas because speaking the native language is that's the best way to attract the women that you want. All right. Even if she speaks English, I still suggest learning the native language so you can hear what's going on around you. All right. Shout out to my man Jay Raz in the building. Says game sounds like some made up tricks to get women instead of using natural charisma to get women that you want.
What's natural charisma? Like, what are these phrases you guys are using, man? Like, I just got natural charisma. Like, I just walk in the room. Look, guys, like the way I see it and the way I've seen it play out. So here's how it happened. We're talking about foreign women. So for us, like a lot of us are American. So we are considered more attractive overseas than we are in our home country. That's just how it is. It seems like pretty universal. We're considered much more attractive outside of America. So women are going to be
bigger than the local guys.
Yeah. So like it's gonna be easier for us for like certain level of women. It's gonna be easier for us. But the more attractive the woman is, like the more options a woman has, you're not gonna just have to be able to depend on, oh, I'm just so naturally attractive. Like, what does that even mean? Like, like you say your uncle, like, if he's dealing with like a certain level of woman, those women already have options. Like if she's a beautiful woman, she might already have like some football players or something in her inbox trying to get with her. So like, why would she choose you when she could choose like the 6'5" football player who's a millionaire? She would choose you because you got the game. Like, you know how to push her buttons emotionally in a way that other guy doesn't know how. Like the other guy just has looks and money, but you can sometimes overcome that if you got enough mouthpiece, enough game, and you know how to like work her emotions.
Okay, some valid points. Hold on, let me see if this is one of my arch enemies. Hold on. Buck,
what's going on?
What's good, bro?
Are you
the Buck Travels that was talking all that shit back in the day?
So you got smoke for me or what, man? You want smoke or what?
I'm trying to see who you are. First of all,
this is Buck Travel. You want smoke or what?
Yeah, I do want smoke. I do want smoke, bro.
You came with the smoke. You came with the smoke.
What's up?
I was just commenting. You came with the smoke, bro.
What's good? Why
what's good?
Why are you here?
I'm just saying what's good. Well, you came with the smoke. I just commented.
My goddamn show, nigga. Get off my goddamn show. Let's get back to business.
Okay.
Right? These motherfuckers, man. These damn trolls, man. God damn it. Pull up again, Buck, but cam up. All right, I got my man Ed Travels in the building. What up, Ed?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, player? You seem like you got some disagreements. Let us know what's going on.
Hey, no, I love the dialogue. I love the conversation. I think it needs to be had. All I'm saying is, at 53 years old, bro, I've approached enough women to know that within 5 minutes of meeting that chick, you can tell whether she's digging you or not. That's just a fact. If she's not feeling you, she's gonna either quickly friend zone you. Oh, it's nice to meet you, blah blah blah, whatever. I think you only need game when you're trying to convince a woman that ain't into you to be into you. See, and to if I can respectfully try to explain what loving yourself is the fact that you can't control how tall you are. You know, you got ugly ninjas out here pulling diabetes because they got to work harder. I will agree with you, Danny, that yeah, they might need more game because they fight an uphill battle from what the average woman wants. But my thing is this: I love me, and I really don't care if that chick ain't digging me. I'm not gonna sit there and be thirsty and chase behind her because she possibly could have some rich ninja that she go be with him. Go be with him. That's not me. I don't play football. I don't make millions, baby. Good luck, sweetie. Keep on beating it. I've lived in Southeast Asia for 7 years. Another fine Asian chick is going to come along just like a bus. There's going to be another one. And see, the thing is, when you specifically chasing the 10, like BMT might be able to verify this. I was in Pattaya in December last year. Went to my boy's bar. He owns a bar, whatever. You had the 10 girl, the Ferrari. Then you had the Volkswagens, the little chubby chick that was cute. See, in my estimation, I go for the Honda Accord, the 6 or the 7. Everybody wants the 10. She got all the options. So she can sit back and have an attitude because every brother going after her. That 6 or that 7 is going to be that solid chick that's going to be with you no matter what. It doesn't matter. So to each man his own. I'm like I said, at 50, I'm 54 now. At 54 years old, I'm too old to play games, man. Because games have winners and losers.
Okay.
And see, you playing right into that chick. That's why I made that comment. If you lead with your looks and you lead with your wallet, yeah, I'm fine and I'm paid up, then you're gonna get the gold digger chick. Then that'll be the same brother that's on the live later saying that she juiced me. She took me for all my money. Well, that's what you led with, bro. That's what you led with. That was the basis of your quote unquote game, was how much money you make and how good you look. It's all superficial. It's all superficial.
There are different types of game. Like you can use your looks, you can use your money. I personally don't think money works as well in like developed countries. So like I want to go back to what you said. There are two things you said. You said there's a 10 and there's like the Honda Accord, the 6 or 7. So I understand if you're gonna like go for like the kind of maybe less beautiful woman because she's easier to deal with and she's more loyal. I understand that. That's fine. Like I don't think, first of all, I don't think a lot of guys would be happy dating a 9 or 10. I think like a 9 or 10, there are a lot of stress. It can bring a lot of stress to your life. I think we're getting a lot of feedback from Thomas who just came in. I know Thomas. I'm on his friends list.
Is it super loud? All right, let me mute myself until I talk. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do that.
It's not that bad, bro. I'll say it's not that bad.
Yeah, but
let me catch the super chat real quick. By Drew, the $4.99 super chat says, salute to my brother Ed Travels. All right. Appreciate the super chat, Drew. All right, go ahead.
All right, so Ed was talking, like he said, if you want to go for like the less beautiful woman because she's easier to deal with, I think that's fine. You said something about a woman knows whether she's gonna get with you within the first 5 minutes. So I think we need to clarify, what are you doing within that first 5 minutes? Ed, like what are you saying to the woman? Can you clarify to us, like when you approach a woman, what are you saying to her that where she's making that decision? Because in my experience,
that was a black man Travels that said that.
I think Ed also said it.
The thing is that it's not easy. It's easier to remember the truth than a lie. If I just walk up to a woman and say, "Hey, what's up? How are you? My name is Ed. What's your name? Da 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 da. This and that." You just be honest. Just be yourself. I don't have no super Mac daddy, pimp, pickup line that I run up to a woman with. Give her some credit. She, especially if she's a beautiful woman, what are you gonna say to her that she hasn't already heard? What are you gonna say to her that she hadn't already heard from some other brother? And if she's any woman of real value, she'll be like, well, here comes this ninja with his line, you know, let me go ahead and deal with this. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? My name is blah, blah, blah. This and that. If she's not feeling you, no harm, no foul. You just keep on moving. It seems to me like this game thing takes on this idea of, and I hope brothers don't take this the wrong way. I don't mean to offend nobody. It's like you thirsty. I got to come up with some sort of manipulative words and game to get a woman to like me that has already shown that she might not. So I got to put forth a persona of being somebody who I'm not. Either you like me or you don't. It's just that simple.
Hold on, Danny. Hold on 1 second. Let me catch the super chat real quick by Xanatos Clutch. What up, Xanatos? I haven't seen you in a while, bro, with the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. He says, part of the reason why bros travel is not to need game. The game guys of today almost always become the complain guys of tomorrow. All right, I want to welcome to the show my man Thomas Brown in the building. We did the show yesterday. What up, Thomas?
What up, man? Hey, I'm trying to go where it's quieter. I'm outside, but I also came out here because I want you guys to see. You will probably just see me sitting out here. You'll probably see 5 pens walk by here in Albania. I just want you guys to see it, so I can say, here's my receipts. They walking down the street around here just regular. But what Flight Madness is saying, he keeping it 100, man. Like, I'm that guy that you talked about. I'm not the baddie. I'm not the dude that girls be like, ooh, when he walks in. But let me talk to your girl for about 35 minutes. Let's see how different she acts. Let me see how different she acts. And let me tell you why. My friends always said to me, how come? Like, because I got friends, I got to do, we call them cheat codes. Light-skinned brother, like super green eyes. He should be winning. And he hates it when I come around. He hates it. And all it is I've even dug into it because he asked me, he said, what's up with these girls? My mom, she's a Thai woman. My dad had a poster up one day and I cussed him out. I said, hey, don't be putting up bad chicks when you married to my mom. He's like, that is your mom. And I was like, okay. My mom's mentality, I grew up with that. And for somebody that has options like my mother did, she has very strong opinions about how a man should be. She always says to me, I don't want no weak man. She always says that. And she looks for that in the way that they act, in the way that they hold themselves, in the way they carry themselves. So I kind of got some of that, I would say. Watch, look over here. Look, one's walking by right now. Look, you'll see it right there. Bam, there's one. But I'm 100% a conversation guy. 100%. I could change the tone. Bro, I've raised money for businesses. It's the conversation. It's what I say. I know what to say, when to say, where to say it. I'm not saying I know that with girls all the time because, like Madness is saying, they change up on their mood all the time. But there are certain things. You guys got to see this.
Let me put it. Okay, we see.
There goes 3 of them. But I'm telling you, even being here, just here where I come all the time, the first girl that served me, she's bad. And I was American. I was super like impatient. I was like, where's my sandwich? This and that. And for 2 days, I thought she hated me. Like she would just serve me, walk away, super cold. And Europeans have that cold look all the time.
Hold on. I got a comment here by my man Jay Rash. He says that's not game, that's natural charisma.
You see that one? This place is wild.
I don't know if you heard me, but my man Jay Rash say that's not game, that's natural charisma. So what do you say?
Okay, but I think that is part of game is having charisma. Like I think the fact that you see those two? I think that like it is crazy to say that because with the girl here, I saw like one day she came in and she wasn't wearing her clothes to work, and I didn't know she was packing all that under there, and I couldn't even control myself. I just walked up and started talking to her, and she was kind of nice, and then she just turned away and stopped looking at me, and I was like, damn, this girl want nothing to do with me. And I went and sat down, and I was wrong. What it was she wasn't comfortable speaking English. She wasn't comfortable speaking English. So then she came and she smoked a cigar or her cigarette right here with the booty in my face. And I was like, I know what that means. Now, every time I come here, I tried to make up for it. And I said, darling, because she's nice. I was trying to be nice because I was super rude the first time. And I said, hey, thank you, darling. And now anytime she brings me my shisha, she's like, here's your shisha, darling. And she flirts heavy. So that whole first impression thing, nah, man, no.
Okay, Thomas. So, but the question
That has
is,
nothing to do with it.
hold on, real quick. And I'm gonna get to you, Rude Words, in a second. And Coach, I'm gonna get to both of y'all. But the question, Thomas, is: do you need game to get women overseas?
You know, in listening to all the way the guys are responding, they have all these different varieties of games. Some of them think game means playing games. But let me say this: if you go and watch a dude play basketball and he handles it, right? He's got game. He's got game, meaning he's got the game for that scenario. So I think that game has to do with anything that you do if you understand how that particular scenario works. If you understand how that works, you have game. I mean, look, bro, you got game when it comes to BMT and Passportbros and the app. You got game. Can other people do that? Nobody else has been able to duplicate it. You have game in that area. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why do people message me every time that I do one of your podcasts about helping them with their business so they can make money overseas? That is where I got super game. Okay. So when it comes to girls, oh shit, I can't even concentrate with this one. She with her mom though. But like when you got, I'm trying. I don't know if you can see the body of it. You can't see it. Like that's the front side is just as good too. But the game is about the scenario that you're in. Another thing too is I don't know. I'm gonna get so much smoke for saying this. I'm gonna get so much smoke, bro. Something about our culture. They think they are the supreme beings when it comes to women. But for the most part, man, I when I say receipts, and I heard Danny say receipts. Anytime you ask them for receipts, they come up with some old gaslight bullshit. Come on, bro. If somebody comes in and they talking like, if you go to a bank and like, I need $1 million loan, they want receipts. Anything that has quality to it, they want receipts. So don't give me that BS. Oh, hey. They don't give me that BS. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have receipts, period. There's nothing wrong with proving yourself. People that are afraid to prove themselves because they can't back it up. They can't back it up. Anyone that can back it up never has a problem backing it up. Never. Ever.
With all due respect, my thing is, why why is there this overbearing need to prove to some dude that you don't know about the women that you get? That's some high school shit.
Well, with me, I don't. With me,
mine. I really don't care. You know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. My thing is, I don't care what another brother says, whether she's cute or not. She's with me.
Yeah, but I mean, but when
why you got
it depends. It depends on what you're talking about. There are dudes that put up all these. Jesus, did you guys see that? There are dudes that try to show off girls, and they're pretty easy to figure out that they're trying to make that their identity. But if you guys have ever seen me get into smoke in one of those, I'm never showing anything off. I just don't trust what they're saying. Then when they come at me, then I'm like, okay, let me show you why I'm qualified to say what I'm saying. That's how I do
one question. There's something wrong if you feel you got you a bad girlfriend, or you feel you knocked off a nice, beautiful woman, whether she's in America or foreign. You don't think you're supposed to show her off?
I'm not saying that you shouldn't show her off.
I'm just saying, man. I think you're supposed to be happy with yourself. Like, hell yeah, I just knocked the baddie, man. But I digress. Man.
Yeah, and that's why you never see me hate when dudes do that. But at the same time, if you have had girls for a while, if you've had money for a while, it's not something that you are always displaying. You kind of got used to it. Like Danny living over there for 10 years, you don't think he's used to beautiful women? He's used to it. So he's not thinking to himself, hey, you know what? I got a bad one today. He gets a bad one every other week. He's used to it.
Yeah, do some chat.
I just want to ask you, do he get bad? My fault. Salute, Black Man's Travel into the panel. My fault. I'll wait till.
No, go ahead, Rubers. Go ahead.
Nah, like, do you think like in America they say all these women is gold diggers? Which fine, they looking for gold and silver, or they looking for a man that can take care of them, or they're shooting for the stars. You don't think women in other countries do that neither?
They do, but what's different is the value structure. So here, I'll notice if they're gonna choose between their family and people they care about and me flashing something, it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. And that I like that. I like when they kind of be like, nope, I'm kicking with my family. I'm doing. I like that. In America, they want that gesture. They want to show that gesture off. They don't want the man. They want that gesture. Out here, they kind of want the man that has that. They look into the man that has that. And also, they're not like some poor countries. Yeah, they looking for it because we've gone and corrupted the country. But other poor countries, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that at all.
Okay, Carlos Ray, you want to hop in there? Carlos Ray, you there? Okay,
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Carlos.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put some of y'all on mute because I hear some background noise. Go ahead, Carlos. We can barely hear you, but go ahead.
Put me on mute. Mine's probably loud.
All right.
Yeah. The answer to the question, do you need game to talk to ladies in the foreign countries? My response would be hell no. You don't need no damn game. Just be yourself. Just act like a normal person. The normal social skills of a grown ass man, that's all you need. You don't need no bullshit game. No bullshit game or bullshit swag or whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay? I've been overseas for 10 years, on and off. I never had to use no bullshit game or swag. I figured it out very quickly that the women overseas were different. Very quickly.
That's what I want to ask. That's what I would like to ask. What's the difference between a woman overseas and here, except for the financial situations and maybe the barrier of language?
You can be yourself. You can be yourself. Just be a good person, a decent brother. You don't have to play no damn testing games, all these other BS games and all this other bullshit you got to do in America. None of that shit. You don't have to prove nothing.
There you go. That's what I'd like to get to, because I'm an American and I'll be hearing a lot of, I'm not going to even go there, but a lot of men that failed in America.
I'm gonna say
a lot of the men that failed in America, they always put the standards to American women. Like, bro, when you go to these other countries, these women looking at you like a sack of money too. That's what I hate about it.
Hold on. I want to say something real quick. Hold on, Carlos. Hold on. Let me interject real here, because a lot of guys don't say what's the major difference. The major difference in guys dating overseas and foreign women is they're dating. There's no social pressure to date women in your age group overseas. So a lot of times guys in their 40s, late 30s are dating girls in their 20s, right? Mm-hmm. And that makes a big difference, because she doesn't have the emotional damage and the life experiences of women that you would be in their late 30s, early 40s, single moms. So most of the time, women, you're getting her in her prime, basically. So that's the major difference a lot of guys talk about. And that makes a big difference, because she hasn't been soured by the dating world as of yet. Meaning, if she's 25, 26, she's not 35, 45 and been hurt or manipulated by 30, 40 different dudes. So when you get to her, like in America, when you try to date a woman in your age group, it's like, you're dealing with a lot of damaged goods, a lot of emotional drama, and they don't know, so they don't seek help. So that's one of the big differences. And women overseas are different, bro. They are different. A lot of women overseas, depending on the country, they don't even have their own apartments or homes. They live with their parents until they get married or get into a real relationship, which saves them for being ran through and being the what's the little New York City? What was the little show back in the day? Sex in the City. That saved them from going from the 25 to 35 Sex in the City age, which means they're gonna get.
That's what I wanted to ask.
40 different dudes.
You don't think that these women be striking in these other countries? Like before we come and after we leave, you don't think that these women be getting down with the men in their country?
BMT's been.
I live in the country, so it's different.
BMT has visited the country that I've lived in for the past 7 years. And let me tell you something about the Asian women there. The biggest difference with them is that it's in their culture. They're raised to be wives. Period. It's a cultural thing. If my lady, if she has food, clothing, if I provide provision and protection, that's all the basic needs for her to live a life. Because my income puts me in the top 5% of earners in that country. I'm able to afford her a life that she would not get from the local dudes that she's with. And along with that, she's like, you know what? Just like BMT said, BMT has been to Cambodia. The bottom line is she can either live in a house with 10 of her family members in one room or live in my 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom crib. Where she got
What's the difference between that and an American woman?
American women is like this. To me, American women are going in it with an escape plan already.
You giving this foreign woman an escape plan, sir?
Rude words. Do you have a passport?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got a passport. I'm just wondering the difference. Yes, I got a passport. I'm just asking y'all brothers a simple question.
What countries have you been
Y'all
to?
saying that when y'all go to these countries, y'all financially set. But in America, that's what women looking for, a financially set man.
But that's all they want.
Complaining about women who want.
That's all y'all getting it from these other countries is a woman that want a financially set man.
Hey, bro, women here in the United States monkey branch. She with that dude that make 150,000 until she find a dude that make 300,000, and then she out. And anytime she feels that she can upgrade and get something better, that woman in the other country there's one key word: she's appreciative of what you provide for her.
And see, that's the only thing I say that makes Passport Brothers suck is all y'all as a whole group is y'all dog. I'm just gonna have to say this: y'all dog American women because y'all don't have the standards of an American. All American women don't cheat. See, y'all get mad when I defend my sisters in America. Y'all get mad at that. Why can't I just explain myself?
The bottom line is
see, here we go because it seems like y'all can't get a real woman in America. See, I don't want to get cut off, bro. I want to defend myself without y'all acting like some weirdos, bro. Why are y'all acting like some weirdos because I'm defending America, sir? Gentlemen, why can't why can't I have a conversation
so we can't say nothing. So we can't say nothing about it?
No, y'all won't let me talk.
You've been talking.
I'm saying y'all attacking America, and that's what Passport Brothers do is attack America. And I don't see y'all with no women unless they're women that y'all paying for, just like American women.
Okay.
You're not paying. You're not spending money. See,
yes, that's what women like all across the world, sir.
How do you expect someone to have a conversation when you come out and you call them suckers? See, now you're using shame, insults, and guilt.
Yes, because y'all dogging us Americans. Y'all dogging us Americans and our sisters because y'all can't handle them women.
American women are a bad investment. Period.
How is American women a bad investment? I'm answering you a question.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. We way off the subject.
Let me get in there, y'all. Let me get in there.
Hey, maybe I gotta leave though, but I'm just not gonna let a whole bunch of foreign Passport Brothers disrespect my land. Y'all can't trump American women. That's all y'all do is dog American women. My sister is an American woman.
I was smart enough to leave
a country.
When they done, let me say something. When they done, let me say something.
Bro, the only time y'all.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. One at a time so everybody can hear. Okay. Root words. You said a lot. Let Thomas respond. Okay, and I'm gonna get to everybody.
Yeah,
get everybody. Go ahead and let Thomas respond. Hold on, Colin.
Okay, listen. This is how I feel about that. There are bad women in America. There are, but I feel like it's not the majority. I feel like so people are like, yeah, dig for the diamond in the rough. Okay. Cool. Why? But I'm like, why? Why don't I go to where all the diamonds are? I put this here so you guys could see in a few minutes, 10 bad ones walk by. Why not go there so I can have the diamond that fits me? Not just find a diamond that I dug and I scraped for and I go do all of that just to get her and then see if we work out. Why don't I go where they got the tradition still? They're not divorcing dudes asking for $50,000 a month. Like, why wouldn't I just pick something that where there's a whole bunch of diamonds and they fit me and there's a lot of variety of it and I can find exactly what works for me. Why not? Why not do that? Because you guys are saying because we leave America, we're dissing girls. There's a whole lot of reasons we left America. Nutrition is like the big one for me. So I don't know why I would like work so hard to get like 5 or 10 girls when I can come here and choose from 30 or 40. To find the right one.
You know why? I'm gonna answer your question. because I'm not going to say nothing disrespectful about a foreign woman or say that American women are great, but I'm saying a woman is a woman. And when y'all leave these countries,
What did I say
up at the
back?
top, I'm almost done. My brother at the top right of the screen, he plainly said that when he go to another country, all women are looking at him like gold because he's the top 5%. So that's the same thing
That's
as
what he
American
wants,
women do. I'm almost done. I am almost done. When y'all go to these other countries, these women are attacking y'all for y'all's money because y'all have nothing else to offer them. Y'all don't know their language. Y'all don't know their culture. So quit dogging American women like they're different. I digress.
Yeah, but you putting everybody he putting everybody in a bucket. I play poor when I travel.
At the beginning, what country have you been to and lived in that you can make that statement?
Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela. Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela.
Lived
Yes,
in.
I've been out the country and I love them women.
Listen,
And Passport
lived
Brothers
in.
is awesome until y'all start dogging American women like y'all going to these countries and pulling something off y'all's game. Y'all pulling something off y'all's economic base. And that's the same thing. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Y'all pulling these women off an economic base just like American women want to get pulled. I digress.
We're not pulling them off an economic base. I play poor on purpose.
I left the United
Laugh with that fake ass bravado all you want. I play poor on purpose everywhere I go.
I left the United States for me. Me finding a foreign woman was just a benefit. That was an add-on. I didn't leave because of American women. I left for me. And then I
really wasn't talking about you. Maybe I did go out the way and say the whole group of Passport Brothers, but I hear it on a percentage wise, like 60 to 70% of Passport Brothers always dogging American women, but they're taking their American. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. All these people, they take their economic base to these countries.
Hey, brother, stats prove that America.
See, y'all can't have an honest conversation because y'all keep cutting the person off, though. But it's okay, though, man. Y'all have no game, man. Y'all have no charisma, man. Y'all gold diggers. I mean, y'all go to these other. You mad because you a foreigner, bro? I already see half y'all's game, bro. I'm not gonna sit up here. Y'all gonna kick me off. Y'all keep disrespecting my religion and my roots. These are my roots. How am I hurt? And y'all got money going to another country talking about y'all looking for gold diggers.
Bro, you in here going off. We let you talk, and then you saying we cutting you off. You've been talking the whole time. All I'm trying to say is, bro, if we like what we like, what's wrong with that? Why is it we dissing it? Do you have to really date
say that. I was talking to the brother to the left.
Within your radius?
No, I'm really talking to brother on the left, and there's a lot of brothers that are always dogging American women. I want to put them to the test without getting mad, and y'all brothers just got in it.
Oh, well, no, I'm not mad.
You talking to me?
Statistics.
Yeah, you.
Statistics prove that the modern woman in America is on a race to the bottom. Statistics prove that.
Bro, statistically, you prove that you're going to get used. Statistically, you prove that you're going to get used because you know that you're in the 5% of all these countries you go to, and that's what a woman is looking for. The best 5% and the best financial gain. That ain't just American women. That's American anywhere you go.
Okay. You said you said. Hold on. Let Carlos hop in here real quick. I'm getting you, Danny. Carlos, what you got to say about that? Because Lucky kind of came at you a little bit.
All right. He came at me sideways. Okay, that's cool. All right. Do you know in Tanzania, the average Tanzanian woman would not give you the time of day because of your demeanor, your character, the way you present yourself.
Do y'all see this though? And this is disrespectful that all these Africans and these foreigners disrespect American black people like some of us not woke, bro. That's all I'm saying. Quit disrespecting my race, brother, because nobody want African women. Nobody want the continent of Africa, my brother.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
Nobody in the world want a Tanzanian.
You gotta let him talk, man. Let him finish. Let him finish his thought. Hold on.
Dude. Okay. Now, when I was in Africa, they didn't even know that I was Black American. And there was a lot of women were drawn to me. So it had nothing to do with me being American. If anything, being American, there was a detriment because so many of those clowns went over there and showed their ass. People that look like you. Right? With that hood personality, hood persona, African women reject it wholeheartedly. That may be hard for you to comprehend, but they do. They don't like guys like you. They prefer guys like me. So in Africa, you will be the lane. All right. Number one, You are the ones that always keep bringing up American women. We try not to talk about them. Every time we talk about how good things are in another country, you guys say, oh, you dogging on women, you dogging on women. You say that. I understand. You're a pookie and you have successful women in America. Be happy you're having successful with women in America, but good guys have successful foreign women, all right? Whereas pookies have successful women in the hood. Let it be, because the only kind of women you seen in Colombia are hookers. Let's keep it real. That's the only kind of women you seen in Colombia, because you don't get through your BS.
I'm gonna put all y'all to the test in here since y'all saying I'm wrong. Why don't none of y'all pull out women? I want to see y'all's women. Hey, I'll turn my camera around and show the woman on my bed. Why don't y'all show y'all's women? Passport brothers.
Hold on, let me catch this super
Bro,
chat.
I've showed my receipts plenty of times.
Okay, he's talking some standards. See, I did not come at him. He came at the American women first, and I just rebutted it like, bro, now I'm finding out that he's really African.
Rude words. I'm gonna let you talk, man. I'm gonna let you talk. Carlos, hold on. I got you. I got you, Carlos. Don't worry. I'm gonna let you. Let me catch the super chat.
BMT, I'm gonna drop off and watch. Let somebody else get a chance, man. Much
all
love.
right, shout out to you. I know it's late out there, man. Shout out to you, Ed. All right, Cello_Thomas with the $4.99 super chat. As a Haitian American man at 26, I would say foreign women families have money and have higher education than American women. Most Americans are lazy. Okay, damn, Cello Thomas, you throwing shots at everybody in the chat, man. Hold on now. I'm welcome.
And see, that's the only thing I hear a lot in here, my brother. And that's all I'm trying to say is that's why all these countries run to America, because we have the best schoolings and we the ones who pay the taxes to help all these people out. So these people just say weird stuff that they can't back them statements up, and they run from their problems. Like if you have a problem where you from, you handle that problem. You're gonna go run to foreign countries. And that's all I'm saying is a lot of these foreigners are disrespecting America for no reason. No reason.
I mean, we're supposed to be talking about a game, aren't we?
You're not talking about everybody, right? You're not talking about everybody, right? Give me just 1 second. You're not talking about everybody, right? Because when I left America, I was at the top. Like, I don't normally like putting myself out there, but when I left America, your boy had like 3 cars in the exotic spaces all over my IG. I was in PJs, all that, and I still chose to leave. But I chose to leave because of stuff like this. When I would go to my favorite cigar lounge, and I had one of them little BMWs with the door that popped up, the mom was like, "You need to meet my daughter." She didn't speak to me. She didn't find out who I was. I could have been a douche. I could have been a terrible person. She didn't do none of that. If you've been watching here, every car that goes by here is a Mercedes, Beamer, Bentley, everything, and these people don't even look at it. That's what I like. That's cool to me. That they buy it because they like it, not because I need to show my wealth. They just like it. That's just how they roll here. Now this is kind of like, I can't say it here, but this has an organized system to it here that, you know.
Okay, let me. Okay,
I want to clear something up.
Carlos, hold on, man. Hold on, bro. I know you want to hop in there. Jasmine, close. Go ahead, bro. You there? Okay, you on?
All right, now, yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, yeah. First of all, hey, shout out to BMT. I think it's my first or second time on the show. Thanks for having me up. Shout out to the panel. But we got to talk about this game stuff. Look, I'm in a first world country. I'm in a place where the dollar is not as strong as all these other currencies. And with that being said, game here is way different. What you call a game is way different than the game you need in America. Not to say that word is completely wrong, but I'm looking at this dude and I'm saying, yeah, I can see why he's defending the women in the United States, especially in the community. Because in the community, you need a certain kind of game in order to pass. In the 2000s, yo, what's up? Oh, yeah, you're green. Yeah. So now, these days, especially in the community, you got to be nothing but a killer. Now that cute do-rag swag game and starting having a mouthpiece with an F in it, that worked in the 2000s. 2010s, talking about you, a savage, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that worked then. But now, you got to be a complete killer. Now, maybe outside the community, which is my profession, if all of you didn't know, like I lived years in Utah, California, homes to California, and even in that part of the country, there is less of a pressure to have game, but you're still under the American system. So we can talk about the marriage divorce, all that kind of stuff, the fifth, six-way feminism everyone talks about, the freaking modern women. If you want to talk about that, that's all the like women. But when it comes to foreign women, I'm not going to say game. You don't need game. You shouldn't need game. And quite frankly, I don't know why us as brothers need to have game in general, because in my opinion, just in my opinion, that's playing a defensive position and also pandering to certain kind of women who quite frankly just want to be entertained. Because if you are that man, if you get her attention, let's just say that, you don't need the game. She'll make it easy to you at the very least.
Right,
okay.
right.
Okay.
In Germany, I didn't need no bullshit game in Germany either. That's a first world country.
What if you're not the only guy though, guys? Like, what if you're not the only guy in the room? Like, you're not the only guy who has her attention. Like, how are you gonna get the girl? Like, basically, what I'm hearing from you guys is that I'm gonna walk into the room, and if the girl likes me, I'm gonna get her. If she doesn't show me interest, I'm gonna give up and go maybe for a lesser model, like go for a less attractive woman, or I'll just like go home and like hit that only whatever website you're gonna hit up. I'm saying if you're not the only guy in the room, that girl has options. So when you're dealing with women who have options, it is a competition, guys. Like when it comes to beautiful women, it is a level of competition. Like if there's no competition for the woman you're going for, there's a pretty good chance that woman is not very attractive. Like there's a pretty good chance. Like if there's no other guys, like you're the only guy who's talking to her. Because what Xanatos Clutch said,
oh boy.
That's true. Like if you're a good-looking guy, the woman's gonna choose you. You know how to talk, communicate. You're gonna get the woman. But if you're like an average-looking guy, below average-looking guy, and you're in a room and there's there are a lot of models who come to my city, guys. Like there are tall, like European models who come to my city, like tall, fairly attractive guys by Asian standards. So like if you just like depend on your natural charisma, you're not gonna get any women. So like I'm really interested in Carlos. Carlos, like, what are you doing when you talk to him? Like, are you saying like you just walk up and say, "Hey, I'm Carlos," or what?
Hold on. Before you respond, Carlos, because I gotta get to that Measy. But real quick, Buckshot, get your ass up out of here. Oh, punk ass.
You a bitch ass nigga, bro. If I see you in public, I'm gonna slap you, bro. I'm gonna slap you.
Get your ass up out of here. Look, hey, how you doing, that Measy? What's going on?
Yo, what up, man? That was crazy right there. Yeah, salute to the panel. I just wanted to push back on this whole, this notion that women outside of America are somehow holier than thou, or their families have more money, and no, women are the same all over the world. A lot of these guys in the spaces are paying, and now here comes the person with no self-control that's already talking. You see, let's just have a conversation. When we have a super chat. Wait, hold on, but I'm not finished though. Let me land my plane before you start taking off, before you get shot down with a bazooka. Relax.
Passport Bros every 5 seconds. Oh no, Passport Bros, why are they doing this?
Yeah, but you see this? I didn't even get a chance to finish my thing.
Every single damn night crying about the Passport Bros. Dude,
ain't nobody crying about nothing, my nigga. You're paying for box. Yo, BMT, can I finish my statement, BMT?
Yeah, Carlos, let him finish, bro. Let him finish.
Yeah, let me finish. I didn't come here smoking nobody, but what I'm saying, I do want to look at that super chat when someone says, where they wholesale say that Americans are less educated and we have less money, and they big up families from countries that they're fleeing from. So my issue is not with necessarily Passport Bros doing P for P. It's Passport Bros doing P for P, crapping on American women when they're not getting anything better. If you understand women, wait, hold on, let me finish, bro. When you understand the mentality of a woman, you understand that mentality transgresses borders. When you understand that ratchetness knows no color or no creed, and that you can see like a whole endemic of or pandemic or a whole bunch of baby mamas in these other countries, then it comes down to Are you guys that just couldn't get buns in America, so you got to pay outside? If you're gonna do that, do it. But don't throw shots at the women you couldn't get.
We're not even talking about that, bro. We're not even mentioning that. We're talking about, do you need game for foreign women, bro? That's what we're talking about today.
Okay, so let me just answer that real quick. Do you need game?
the rebuttal for that.
No, you don't. You don't need game because these guys are going to places where they can't communicate. Game is based on communication, right? So you don't need game in a place-to-place society. Period.
Okay, all right. Can I respond to this clown, please?
Go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
All right. Now,
So you call me a clown. I would say your mother's a clown because she shitted out a little clan that don't know how to do it.
Matt, we were doing good, Matt. Come on now. Hold on.
I know, but BMT, you call me a clown, right? Come on, you know me, bro.
You are a clown,
You should
dude.
just be respectful.
Okay, I'm sorry to call you a clown.
All right, thank you, brother. So now let's continue the good dialogue. Let me hear your point.
All right. Okay, number one. You guys are the ones that keep bringing up American women. Every time we say how good things are in another country, y'all bring up, well, you shitting on American women. Just because another group of women is different from American women doesn't mean we're shitting on American women. Sometimes the way a group of women think benefits a group of men. All right? The way American women think benefits punkies and clowns like you. All right? And the way
there you calling me a clown again, brother. You can't control yourself?
No, dude. Okay, that's
because you would never call me a clown in person. You know that, right?
You're a clown, even though you're a clown. That's why.
No. Okay, so now we're being disrespectful.
Okay.
Why are you being disrespectful? I'm trying to respect BMT's platform.
Guys, I gotta meet you because we getting a little off the subject. Go ahead, Tom. Hop on in there, and I'll come back to you, Nat and Carlos.
Ooh, me. Okay, so just recently, I went on a date with an American girl here. She just met me on the Bumble thing and was hitting me up, and I was like, cool. You know, I haven't met anyone really. I've only been here like 5 days, 6 days, right? So I went out with her, and she was kind of fine. And she had the curves and all that. She kind of reminded me of one of them Texas girls. But after being with her about 30 minutes, I was just trying to figure out a way to leave the conversation. It didn't seem like, no matter what we talked about, it always ended up into some way that she was victimized by something. And I was just like, dude, I can't take no more of this, especially when the few girls that I've talked to here that are Albanian, they don't even bring it up at all, period. But I literally went to pay my cell phone today and watched a dude disrespect the whole place. Like, and they just brush it off. They don't deal with those people. God, Lord Jesus. They just don't hold on to that and make that their identity. I think that's what we're talking about instead of all of the other stuff. When you deal with American lady, unfortunately, it's never productive. It doesn't feel productive really ever. I kind of feel like there's nothing added. They're kind of taken away. It's kind of hard to deal with them. I get tired of the conversation. That's what it is for me. Now, are there good ones? Yeah, but I don't think it's the majority. Most of the dates I went on, and I mean, I got receipts. Everybody asked for receipts. I got receipts, and I had some bad American ones, but it was still that negative victim, everything, and they're holding on to some hurt from 475,000 years ago that have nothing to do with me. So I'm kind of just done with that. Why do I want to go through all that when 85, 90% of the women here, not only do they have that exotic beauty, not only do like the nutrition is better in the world, so of course people are going to have better healthy bodies and skin because of that, period, just from that. Their culture, when you talk to them, they're sweet. They're sweet. Here, the girl came over, knocked on my door, my neighbor. Her breaker went out. She was asking for help. And she was like, when she pranced out of there, she was like so feminine in the way that she moved. I was like, damn, it's been a long time since I've been around so much feminine energy. It feels great. And you can't act like American girls are not competing with us and their energy is not getting masculine, almost hyper masculine. They will never accept us feminine. Why do we need to accept them masculine? Why do we need to do that?
Well, it's nothing wrong. If they want to be masculine or be another way than the foreign women, that's their personal business. If they want to be like that, I have no problem with it. All right. I have no problem at all. Now, that's what people like Milton Magnesium needs to understand. We're not down in American women.
Stop calling me out, bro. I'm not even worried about you, bro. Let's just have a good conversation, man.
Right.
Nat, what's the definition of game?
You're beneath me. All right. I'm sorry, but you are beneath me. But
I'm beneath you while I'm in my house that I
Nat,
paid for in another country, and you're still struggling paying for a 30-foot box.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. See, y'all going back and forth. Nat, what's your definition of game, bro?
Game is something that I've never had, so I can't define it. Right? My game, when it came to being in a single, was the lack of game. I got women based on my looks and based on how I moved. You see what I'm saying? Because I always worked on myself. So if I guess in this context, game is being able to communicate with a woman effectively to get her to look at you as some sort of catch or something, right? I've been the prize. I think a lot of us on this panel are the prize. Once you got to use game and trickery to get a woman out of her drawers and get her to attract to you, then you're putting her in a position above you and you're putting yourself below. So when you try to use game, especially in the terms of communication, when you're going to places where you can't communicate, I say it's cap.
Okay.
Can I say something to that? Can I say something to that? Okay, all right.
Hold on.
Okay.
Dan, go ahead. Go ahead. You want to say something to that? You want to respond to that, Danny?
Yeah, because like, think about it, guys. So like, for example, like I don't know why, but like think about the president, right? Presidents, they use tactics of communication to persuade people. Like if Donald Trump just like stood up there and like just rambled on, like believe it or not, Donald Trump, like you might hate him, you might love him, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into politics, but I'm saying he is using tactics of communication when he's standing on a stage. He knows exactly what he's doing to move people emotionally, and that's how he can like win an election when everyone says, "Oh no, he's not going to win." He didn't just depend on his natural, like, hey, let me go up there and like, hey guys, I'm Donald Trump, I want to be president. No, he like got up there and he moved people emotionally. And that's how you win in life. You move people emotionally, because a lot of your success, it depends on people. And people are emotional. We don't do stuff that makes sense all the time. Like women are not rational, guys. Like when Ed Travels was up here, he was talking about, hey, I just go up and say, hey, I'm Ed, da-da-da, and the woman likes me or she doesn't. There are ways to say that in a way that gets the woman excited. So for me, like I'm like a YouTuber. I can travel a lot, making pretty good money. I can go say that to a woman, or I can say that in a way that gets her emotional and gets her like interested in being part of my program. So like there's a way, like game like affects how you talk. It's not what you say really. Like it's what's to say, like it's the medium is the message. Like it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Especially when we're dealing with women, guys. Like anybody here who's had a relationship with a woman, you know that the way you say something has a big effect on how the woman's going to take it. So for you guys who are saying, oh man, you don't need game. Like, I don't know what y'all, like what kind of relationship experience are y'all having with women where you can just talk to her the way you talk to a man and everything's going to be okay. Cause that's not my experience. And I think like, you guys saying you don't need game.
That's normal communication, brother.
That's not normal.
Let me catch this comment real quick.
That's not normal. Like being able to communicate with women, that's not normal. You got to know how to communicate with women, man. It's not normal. It's not natural for guys.
Knowing how to communicate with a woman is normal. That's what I'm saying. It's not game. It's just a human decency.
Hold on. I love the passion, man, but hold on for a second. It's Jay Clyde. The building says a majority of fellas don't have the skill set or thought process to successfully sustain a foreign relationship, so it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Jay Clyde also says fellas aren't working, living abroad, and they're scared to bring them back to the States, so it doesn't even matter. All right.
Hey, it's pretty clear, y'all. Like we all have like a different definition of game, because like people are not agreeing on what game is. Like I see people saying, "Oh no, that's not game. That's communication. Oh, that's not game. That's natural charisma." It's like we don't have we're all kind of debating. Like this guy right here, that's called communication, but it's called effective communication. There's communication, and then there's effective communication. Like for example, like I have a business, right? Like I sell stuff. I sell like consultations, whatever. I don't just say, "Hey, give me your money," and then blah blah blah. No, I present it in a way that shows you like the lifestyle you can have. Like if you do English teaching, I set it up to like I show the good aspects, so it's like attractive to you. And when you communicate with game, you're communicating in a way that shows your attractive aspects to the woman in a way that she can get. Because like you can't talk to, you guys are saying, oh, it's just natural. It's not natural, because if it was natural, then a lot of guys would be good with women. a lot of guys are not good with women, so it's clearly not natural. So I think we all just need to agree on what the definition of game is before we like try to debate it, because it's pretty clear we all have like a different opinion on what game is. For me, game is taking like what you have and presenting it in a way that is emotionally engaging to the woman. And I think that's important. It's not about trickery or like lines or anything. It's about like taking what you got and presenting it in a way that the woman can that makes her want to get on your program. That's my opinion of game. So
Okay, you had a question for me. But you had a question for me, brother, at the top middle. You had a question.
I had a question. Like, it seems like you're saying that you never needed game, and I'm curious. Like, how do you differentiate between like for example, like when you approach a woman, are you approaching the how do you like decide what woman to approach? Like, do you get the most beautiful women in the room, or like what kind of women are you going for? Like, do you treat all women the same? Because if you're going for like the top women, it's really hard for me to believe that you get her. Unless you're like really super good looking, Carlos. Like I really doubt you're getting the top women just without any game. I really doubt that.
Okay, now you're focused on the most beautiful woman in the room.
Usually.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, sometimes the most beautiful woman in the room is not the right woman for you. All right. Okay. Okay. It could be the woman who is maybe an 8 or even a 7, not the 9 or the 10. A lot of times the 10 is high maintenance. Okay. Understand. Now, as far as women, I'm just myself. I just be myself. And in Africa and in Asia, I was just being myself. And I was getting women with no problem. All right. So I don't know. Your definition of game is different from my definition, because I thought definition of game was the mind trickery, the manipulation, making her think that you're better than what you really are. So your idea of game is just being a normal person with normal grown man social skills. That's what it
That's
sounds
not
like
normal.
to me.
Most guys can't do that, man. Most guys can't communicate in a way that gets women, like, hits their emotions. Most guys can't do that. That's not normal.
I'm not trying to hit any woman's emotion. I just talk to them like a normal person. I don't talk to them like a dude. I talk to them like they're a woman. So
that means you got to talk to them their emotions.
Well, okay. But all I know is I'm just myself, and I have no problems whatsoever. It's been 10 years overseas with no problems. None.
Okay,
you can get women without game. Okay.
Okay, guys.
Well, I mean, you guys are obsessed with that word game, and y'all want to define anything as game. Y'all want to broaden the definition of game now. So, okay, if that's the definition of game, okay, yeah, I guess it is game.
I can't mute her no more. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show, man. We've been at this for almost.
Wait, can I please say one thing? I've been waiting and trying to remember it, and I've been trying to remember it so I wouldn't forget.
I got you.
Okay.
So I want everybody's definition of game before we go, and I'll go ahead and start off with you, Thomas. And I'll go around. Oh yeah, they're nice.
Okay, look. When I was sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, okay, game is all over the place. People are taking it in certain ways. So when I was just thinking, what do I do, and where would I put it into the game? So all of us have met the girl that plays hard to get. All of us have. In order to get her, what do you got to do? You got to make certain moves in a certain way to get around her defense. That's game. For instance, here's a real easy, like, one of the things that I do is I break up with girls all the time. So I'll be like on the first date, and if I want to make the tension, because you're not getting it if there's no tension, right? Otherwise, she's putting you in that friend space. What I'll do is if she does something nerdy or funny, I'll be like, that's it, we breaking up. I can't be with a nerdy girl. And she'll laugh and the tension goes up. So I already know, okay, it's moving a little bit. It's moving a little bit more until I get her to a position where I'm like, okay, it's going to go down. Okay. But let's back it up to an easier spot. When you get a girl's phone number, she'll talk to you all day until you ask for the phone number. And then all of a sudden she got resistance. You need game right there. Right there. You have to say it in a certain way, bring it up in a certain time. I think that's where game is. So, for instance, if I watch a dude, I bet you guys would probably see some dude that's out here just pulling girls. I bet you might say, that dude got game. I bet you might say that. That's what I think it is that you understand. Like, BMT, you played basketball. There are dudes that come to talking just the same way they kind of spit fire in here, and you know that you are going to cross and you'll be an ankle bully on him, and you know it, right? And when you go and you rip his ankles every time, what are they gonna say? BMT got game. It is a process. It is a specific thought, and you have to kind of like move with it. That's what I think is game. I think the game is its own entity, and we know how to play it or we don't. That's all I got to say.
Good point. Good point. Carlos Red, you want to hop on in there?
Okay, well, my definition of game was like mind game, manipulation, trickery, making her think that you're more than what you really are, and just making her think that you're this great, wonderful person when you're not. Okay, and basically doing whatever you can to get into her draws without doing anything for her at all, period. That's basically what game is, from what I can see.
But it worked. But it worked. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it worked. So it was game, even if they were lying. It worked.
Well, I think it works in America. Yeah, it works in America. That's why we have so many single mothers. So it works in America. Yeah, of course it works. But overseas, you're just going to get some very stressful women trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with you. All right. So that game stuff does not work overseas. It does. It definitely doesn't work in Africa. They're gonna just look at you like you're crazy or something. So don't try that game bullshit in Africa. All right. Most of you guys don't even like African women, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, you go over there and act like a damn normal person if you can do that. If you can't, then dating in Africa is not for you. All right, simple as that. All right. I never had to use no bullshit game, no bullshit swag, any of that bullshit that y'all put on a pedestal. I never had to do that. It's way foreign women think to benefit guys like me, which is good. All right. A lot of times, especially in Africa, they don't even know I'm American. I don't lead with being American. I don't lead with that. I don't lead with my money. I don't lead with being American either. I see how they act toward me naturally. You know, they think I'm from another African country. That's why I want them to think and see how they act toward me. Then I know who's actually genuinely interested in me and not interested in some Americanness. I've been talking to this woman. I was talking to this woman for like 6 months before she finally found out I was American. So I know I can be myself.
How she don't know you're American, bro? Like, you don't have an African accent.
I don't talk about it. I just don't talk about it. I make her think that I'm from another African country. Because you gotta understand, there's a lot of. Wait, let me explain.
Bro, hold on. I got love for you, Carlos Red, but a woman is everything about a man, bro. So I had to meet you there real quick. But come on.
Hey, real quick, homeboy in the sunglasses.
Okay. Well,
homeboy in the sunglasses. I bet you guys would look at him and think he has game. I bet you would think he has game. So I think it's true. I bet you would think he has game. Homeboy in the sunglasses, just looking at him and the way he holds himself. I bet you would think he has game.
Okay.
You know, hey, I just call it years of working out and just working on myself. And I know a lot of people don't like the self-improvement thing, but look, since I have the attention, what I think game is I'll be honest, I gotta agree with what a lot of you said about game, and particularly when it comes to getting women who don't like you. I'm just gonna say it like that. Game is for hoes, for thoughts, and for chicks who don't like you or who aren't feeling you. Yeah. Hear me out. So the thing is, and also a lot of it comes with this urbanized swag culture, hood culture, all that stuff. That's what we usually affiliate game with. For my sanity, and because I don't want to deal with those problems afterwards, because let's be honest, if you try to get a woman who doesn't want you to begin with, it usually doesn't end well. And that's why I said that the game guys of today are the complaint guys for tomorrow. They're on these panels talking about, oh, my baby mom don't get me going. Man, this girl didn't try to scope me, and all this other kind of silly nonsense. Go for the women who want you to begin with. And I know a lot of people say, oh man, you're looking for choosing sickles. Damn right I'm looking for choosing sickles. Damn right I'm looking for the girl who is eyeing me across the room. And look, and I'm not looking for the four neither. I'm looking for the chick who I like, who I can bring out with me in public and not be embarrassed, to say the very least. She's going to cooperate, and if she can hold my attention, and if I don't need game, then the more the better.
Choosing signals. Yeah, that's why I should have said.
Carlos, man, come on. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Go ahead, David.
Okay, so first of all, choosing signals. Like Xanatos just said, she's looking at you from across the room. So she's looking at you based on your appearance. She doesn't know anything about how charismatic you are or anything. So like, yeah, you can get women that way based off your looks. You can. But if you don't have that, if you're not the woman's physical type, then having game can help you get her. And Carlos said something earlier where I hear this from all the guys all the time who say you don't need game. Like Carlos said, oh, if you're looking for the most beautiful woman, then yeah, but I look for other qualities. That's just code for saying that I go for women who are like not the most beautiful. So yeah, if you're going for women who aren't the most beautiful, then you don't need game. Yeah, if you're trying to get like top quality women that other guys are going for, like other guys are competing for, you're probably gonna need some game. So and also, it's not just getting her, guys, it's keeping her. We got to pay attention to like the relationship management. Like, you know, how are you going to run the relationship? Because like you can ruin a relationship. A girl might like you in the beginning. I think we all had the experience of like a girl liked us in the beginning, and then somehow the relationship got messed up. Because like the way we ran the relationship, the way we managed the relationship, we just kind of drove it off a cliff. Or maybe you let the woman drive the relationship and she drove it off a cliff. Either way, you got to have some kind of relationship management skills, and that falls under game. So you do need game. I think you need it. Like for guys who are saying don't need game. Like if I walk into a nightclub, I really want to see you guys compete with me when it comes to getting a woman. I really want to see you guys like I'm throwing it out there. Like I want you guys to compete with me, man. Like, you know, I want to see if the woman's gonna be choosing you. You're gonna be standing there looking handsome. Like Xanato's gonna be standing there with the glasses. He's gonna be standing there waiting on the woman to approach him. I'm going for the woman. I'm gonna like, you know, I know I'm going on the offensive. Like game is not defensive, it's offensive. I'm going on the offensive. I'm not dependent on my looks. I'm not just gonna stand there. I'm just gonna like I'm going in and like, you know, she gonna completely forget about Xanatos with the glasses. You know, she'll be looking at me instead, man. So that's how
I
it is.
got one thing, if you don't mind, BMT. I got one thing. What about when I was talking about game? I think it has to do with time because when I'm out on the date with the girl, I have plans in my head of where I want it to go. I have to use game to get it there. You see what I'm saying? Like it's about the time frame. I have to use some sort of game to say, okay, she's feeling this, she's not feeling that. Oh, I've got to push the accelerator a little bit here, back off, let her think about it, push it a little bit here, and I have to guide it a particular direction that I literally want it to go. And for me, it's tension. I just build a little tension, let it go. Build a little tension, let it go. I let it do that to where sometimes they're like telling me, let's go. Other times I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, I got to work a little bit more. But that's what I think is the game. Because you have to, if you meeting her and you feeling her that heavy and you like, yo, I want to do this tonight, you got to have some game to get it from there to there. And she has to check along that way. She has to check off and say, okay. You have to have game to get in there and hit those buttons that she's okay with. You just have to. So that's literally a girl you're already on a date with. So it's not like, oh, you've already gotten her. So when you say, you know, date a girl that wants you, she wants you right now, but you want maybe a little more today. There's game that goes in. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Right.
Let me get super chats before we go. Ed Travel, the 5 super chats says the BMT travels. I want bros to live their best lives. The name calling and depolicing is not necessary. Do you and be safe out there. Shout out my man Ed Travel.
Xanatos has something you want to say. I really want to hear what Xanatos has to say. He's trying to take off the glasses.
Hold on. Let me catch this other super chat. Already 215 $2 super chat says is confidence, charisma, chemistry, and comfortability. Shout out to my man. Already 215 $2 super chat. Go ahead, Xanatos.
One question. Why do men of other races not need game or nearly as much? And I know you're saying no.
They got game. They got game.
Hold on. So the dude in
Good
China.
question.
The dude in China, and you know this. Yeah, you say black men are getting their fair share in China, but you damn well know that white dudes in China need no game. In Serbia, where you are, my brother, you see, not Serbia, what is it? Albania, I think. Yeah, Albania, Southeast Europe. You're seeing white dudes, white chicks, and all other dudes walking with their chicks and their couple, especially on weekday nights, weekend nights, Sundays, all that kind of stuff. They're in the park they're on the river, they're in the restaurants, whatever. They need game.
100%.
You're in Southeast
And
Asia. Enough said.
and you got a chance to see all these chicks walking by with no men. I'm showing you guys. I'm letting you see it. You probably counted what, 20, 30? Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous here.
You can get women without game.
I'm talking about like in the restaurants and on weekends. Come on.
White guys who are like tall and like white, tall and white. That's like physical currency. So like if you're tall and white, then you don't need game. Like whiteness is basically currency. Whiteness can like help you.
They got
like
game. I hear them speak. They have game.
Yeah, you definitely need game. Like, but I'm just saying it's a part of like being tall. Like, being tall, handsome, got a good hairstyle. I mean, Xanatos, I mean, no homo, but like Xanatos looks pretty decent. So I don't know why clearly I think Xanatos, maybe you get benefit from your appearance and you just think it's your natural charisma or something. But clearly I think like you do get women who are looking at you. So maybe for you it'll be a little bit easier. But for guys who don't look like you, they need some game if they're going to be able to get the same kind of women that you can get easily.
But you guys can't act like you don't see the white dude whispering in his girl's ear when they leave. You can't act like he's putting his arm around her at the right time. I watch them do it, and they say stuff sometimes that I'm like, damn, I ain't even that bold. They got game. They got game.
Everybody needs game. Everybody you can't just like stand there. Like when you're talking to the woman, you gotta know how to like communicate, guys. Like it's not just like, okay, I banged her one time, now I got her, and I just can turn my brain off and like everything's gonna be okay. That's how the relationship ends. Like that's how you train crash, man. Like you gotta be able to manage the relationship, push the woman's buttons sometimes, joke around, make her laugh, know how to spin her emotions. You gotta know how to do that, man.
All right, so joking around, spinning a button, isn't that just called socializing?
No, it's not. Like a lot of guys don't know how to do that. Like socializing, it's not socializing like me just talking like normal to guys. Like, that's socializing. But if I'm trying to get with the woman like sexually, the way I talk to the woman when I'm trying to get with her sexually is different than how I talk to her if I'm just trying to be friendly. So that's different. Socializing is just, hey, I'm just being friendly. But like when I'm trying to like get in those underwear, I'm trying to get something that night, I got to be able to push those buttons in the right way, and I got to be able to lead the interaction. So you need game if you're trying to get some action,
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. I know you got to say J Rags, Sophie, after 10 minutes says, don't end the show, Aaron. It's good. Shot my man J Rags in the building. Already 215 2 super chat says, thinking you don't need game gets you finessed overseas. Shout out to my man. Already
street smart.
215.
Yeah, that's
excellent show. We might have to do a part 2 on this, man, because this can go for a whole another couple of hours. But we'll definitely tune back in. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody got a definition of game, and we are out. Peace, fellas. We out.
Peace.
See ya.
One of my live streams.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, excuse me, I have to tell you this. You are the most beautiful woman in the world.
Most beautiful woman in the world.
Look at this woman.
You know, this guy doesn't even have a passport. I have a passport, and I know when I see the most beautiful woman in the world. And you ain't it. Excuse me.
Asshole.
What a dick.
This ugly ass.
I'm getting a passport soon.
I love your app.
Download the Passport Bros app.
Well, y'all know what it is. Download the app.
Y'all need to join that Passport Bros app.
Download now in the App Store and Google Play.
Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.